At the very foot of the Lindis Pass in central Otago, heading south towards Queenstown, is historic Morven station. The old homestead, adjacent buildings, the old barns, and particularly the lovely old stone cookhouse are a joy to paint. It really is the epitome of central Otago. This is a preliminary sketch that I'm doing, really. It's to help me understand how to paint a larger, more ambitious version of the scene. It's a sort of a trial run. I've broken the image into 4, in actual fact, main shapes. The fourth shape will superimpose the 3 major shapes. The backdrop of hills is one shape, and a light frieze that runs through the bottom of the 3rd section of the picture is another. And of course, the remaining shape is the foreground. The foreground and the background will be painted more or less wet in wet. There will be no hard edges in the background, and the background will be soft and light and simply support and not compete with the remainder of the picture. I need to work quickly. Painting wet in wet requires this. It's like riding a racehorse or trying to control a 500cc Harley Davidson. So you've got to go fast and prepared to think on your feet. Speed, plenty of pigment, and simple gestural strokes are what I require. Now I'm actually glazing. This middle section requires more care, and it has to be kept lighter, and so the glaze is the obvious way to do that. A glaze should always be rendered with light value. You never make a glaze with anything else. To achieve mid value, all you do is lay 1 and 2 more layers of the same value, light value, wash one on top of the other. So you end up with 3 layers. The first, of course, on white paper, and then when it's dry, the second, and then when that's dry, the third. 3 glazes will bring your value up to mid value. When you get there, you stop glazing. That's the time when you must consider where and how to place your darks, if any. The darks will normally be the smallest of the marks that you make in the midground, and they will not be as dark as any marks that appear in the foreground. What I'm doing now is adding a second wash to the darker side of the old cookhouse. I'm trying to create textures that will not dry as dark as it looks here. There we are, that's more or less done. I should continue doing this now until it's finished. It's rather tedious, and as it's more or less the focal point, it has to be done fairly carefully. So, with wet in wet, speed is of the essence. With glazing, simple flat strokes done with care and consideration is what's required. You'll notice that colours get warmer as they come towards you. The closer an object is, the more warm it becomes. Conversely, the further away an object is, the cooler that object becomes. There we are. I think I've completed the midground to my satisfaction, and now I'm going to place the remaining shape, a darker, warm, connected dark shape that will act as a frame around the picture, within the picture. This is a device that was made popular by an artist called Claude, and the term for this kind of compositional device as a result is known as Claudian. The dark shape will be connected more or less throughout the painting, and that's about it. Hope you've enjoyed looking at this.